that are not of this fold. Then
right.
he said, whither shall he, the Lord said, look, that he's not going to be around them anymore. They said, well, whither shall he go? Shall he go amongst the Gentiles?
Dispersed.
Amongst, and teach to disperse amongst the Gentiles?
Right. And then he said that other sheep I have which are not of this fold, which we already quoted, you know, and those sheep was what? Over here on this side of the world.
Yeah, he came over.
And why wasn't they a part of that fold? Because back then they was oblivious to what was going on. You know, you had more, brother?
No, that was it.
You read John 7:38?
7:38. No, I got it right here.
Read that real quick. You got more out?
No.
Go to our Revelation. Where was that? And we're gonna go back to the history, okay?
Right. Well, if you don't mind, just read up real quick.
Okay.
34. It says, "You shall seek me and shall not find me, and where I am, thither you cannot come."
Yep.
Then said the Jews among themselves, "Whither will he go that we shall not find him? Will he go into the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? What manner of saying is this that he said, you shall seek me and shall not find me, and where I am, thither you cannot come?"
Right.
In the last day, that great day of the feast, Yahushua stood and cried, saying, "If any man thirst, let him come unto me."
Right. If any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink. Which is what? Those living waters, okay?
He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said.
He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said. So, I mean, if you believe that Yahushua is a black man, that's all good. If you believe the Most High is a black man, that's all good. The angels are black, that's all good. But if you believe that the Most High and Yahushua have different names than what that's being taught right now, then you ain't coming in the right direction. I don't give a damn how close you are. This thing ain't like horseshoes. You ain't coming close to it and then be a part of it. You have to come 100% or you can't come at all. So read that.
That's right. Right, it says, "He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water."
That's why you guys out there that teach that only the blacks are Israelites, you don't have those living waters. That's what you, if you got, look, I know brothers out there, been saying that particular guy is like, he has 5 or 6, 7 different accounts and he talks to himself. But let's say you got 10 guys out there that's believing in that. That's nothing, man. You know, it's one guy that's teaching. He's talking to himself on all the different comment boards to try to persuade other people. But you know what? Let's say it's 10 guys. You don't have no living waters. If you had the living waters, the proof would be that you would be out there spread deep.
Yep. Right. Because the scripture says a candle cannot be hid.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
But men put it on the dresser so that all may see it.
That's right.
Yep.
Yo, a city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
That's it.
And pretty much through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that's GMS.
Yep.
And all you flunkies, you're mad at that. You're jealous.
You're angry. Look, just get over it. Like I tell you in the comments, get over yourself.
Yeah.
You know, don't get bad. Just accept the truth. And if you can't accept the truth, just
your missile. Accept your missile. Die. The good thing about it, look, man, you're gonna come back through us.
Right.
So you might as well just chill the fuck out, man, and just kill yourself, man.
You're still Israelites,
you know.
You'll be all right, but you gotta come back later. Then when you come back, then you'll be good. Then Jesus will love you.
Yeah, then Jesus will love you.
Hey, I got Revelation 12.
All right, read that, and then we're gonna go into this.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Damn. And the earth helped the woman. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
So now how did the earth help the woman? Who's the woman first and foremost? Israel. So now how did the earth help the woman? Through archaeological facts. Right. Now archaeology is something that the so-called white man goes out there, because archaic means ancient. You know, ology is study, the study of the ancient. This is something that goes back, what, maybe 120 years ago, maybe? And that's the name of it. So what they did, they dug certain things out, they put it in a museum, they'll make certain books and certain points about it, and then you go back and you read it and you read the artifacts and certain different things that were written about this particular find.
Yep.
So now where you find it at? In a book.
Yep.
So if that's the case, how can the earth help the woman if there are no books out there that can bring out information about who the Israelites are and about their customs? So when you dickheads out there read Ecclesiastes 12 and 12 of making many books, there's no one, you have no clue of what that scripture is talking about.
Yep.
That scripture is talking about of making many books of who the Most High and who Yahushua is. Are there not many books out there? God is this and God is that. Or
Yep.
Jesus, or he had sex with Mary Magdalene and they had children and those are the children of the accursed. I mean, all kind of fucking madness.
Lost books of Jesus.
The lost books of Jesus, the lost books of Barnabas,
The books of Enoch.
the books of Enoch
They don't
and,
got it.
and all
They
that
don't got
other
it.
stuff.
Jasper.
You know?
I mean, yeah, Jasper.
So you bottom line, you don't know what you see. You guys quote scriptures and don't know what those scriptures mean. And another scripture you quote that you don't know what it means is Deuteronomy 33 about Gad dwelling as a lion. You don't even know what that means. Or what it means, but then to explain it with the killer
They go
to
pull
explain
up some
it.
dirty ass Zulu.
No, they go to a motherfucking the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, which is a book.
Right, I thought you can't go into these other books. Yeah.
And they say, well, you know, the characteristics of motherfucker, that's a book you quote.
Yep.
You telling us we can't quote from a book,
I got
but
a
you can
scripture,
quote
bro.
from a book. Who wrote that Zondervan? A goddamn heathen,
So-called
a so-called white man, so-called Jew. Now there's certain not scriptures, but there's certain books that they write that they bring out certain truths, and we use it because why? Because it's the truth. But there's a lot of books they write that are lies, and we know that they're lies.
I got a precept.
Bring it out, brother.
1 Corinthians 2 and 10. But Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, have revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things.
Spirit searches all things. Go ahead.
Yea, the deep things of the Most High.
The deep things of the Most High God.
For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the spirit of man which is in him.
Right, and you got many people out there that know the things that are in man because why? They search those things within themselves. Go ahead.
Even so, the things of the Most High knoweth no man.
So no man knows the Most High. That's why the scriptures say that the Lord reveals things in their time. You know, there's a certain period of time where he reveals certain things. That's why he says that at one particular time, you know, he'll say certain things and they'll be revealed in that particular time. But then there's certain things that he reveals that are going to be for a later date,
Right.
which are prophecies. Which that's what the word prophecy means. Pro before and phesai to say, or to say before. To say before what? Before it actually happens. Go ahead.
Even so, the things of the Most High knoweth no man, but the Spirit of the Most High.
That's right.
Now we have received not the spirit of the world,
Right.
but
Go
the
ahead.
Spirit which is of the Most High.
Right, we received the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. We didn't receive the spirit of the world. That's why we're able to discern when somebody's going on, even in references that we use. The Blue Letter Bible or certain other books. They bring out a lot of good information, but there's times when they go off.
Yeah.
And the Spirit has given us that spiritual filter to be able to go into that particular book and find out what's truth and what's not based off of what? The truth. Okay?
All right, and it says, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of Yahweh Ba'ashem.
Right, and those things are not given to you guys. That's where you say that only the blacks are Israelites. And that don't make no goddamn sense. Because when you read the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, if we get a chance, we're going to go through a few scriptures on it. But I don't think we're going to get a chance in this particular round.
This setting.
Because, you know, we coming down to the wire. It's getting dark. But you know what? There's all kind of information that we got on how the Native American Indian tribes were brought into slavery to go all the way to Spain, to go to Europe. And then those are on ships.
Can you start reading some of it?
Yeah. You got something, brother?
Some of the history, but
I mean, you got some.
Yeah, I got some pretty good, some pretty
All right,
pertinent stuff.
hey, brother.
Okay,
We're gonna jump around.
Yeah, we got to come back and hit it again anyway. Okay, yeah, this is a whole lot of information.
That's a topic in itself.
Yeah. So
this part
might be for the next.
let me see. This is
This is
the 10 tribes of Israel, pages 79, 80, and 81. It says here, I'm gonna try to skim through it. It says, the Indian traditions received by their nations. The Indian nations have not the assistance afforded by the means of writing and reading. They are obliged to have recourse to tradition. As Duprat's, a book called Duprat's second volume, page 169. Observe to preserve the remembrance of remarkable transactions or historical facts, and this tradition cannot be preserved. But by frequent repetitions, consequently, many of their young men are often employed in hearkening to the old and beloved men narrating the story of their ancestors, which has thus been transmitted to them from generation. In order, the history was handed down to them orally. That's what it's talking about. And then now I'm going to skip down. It says, this tradition is corroborated by a current report among them related by the old Chickasaw Indians to our traders, that now about 100 years ago, there came from Mexico some of the old Chickasaw nation, or as the Spaniards called them, Chichimecas, in quest of their brethren as far north as the Aquahapa nation, above 130 miles above Natchez, on the southeast side of the Mississippi River. But through French policy, they were either killed or sent back, so as to prevent their opening a brotherly intercourse with them as they had proposed. In other words, they were coming up out of Mexico to come and link with other brothers here by the Mississippi, and it says that the French killed them off or sent them back. You know, it's talking about the French, right? So then it goes on to say, it says, it is also said that the Noatokas believed that they dwelt in another region before they settled in Mexico, that their forefathers wandered 8 years in search of it through a strict obedience to the commands of the Great Spirit, who ordered them to go in a quest in new lands that had such particular marks as were made known to them. And they punctually obeyed the divine mandate, and by that means found out and settled the fertile country of Mexico. Our southern Indians have also a tradition among them which they firmly believe, that of old time their ancestors lived beyond a great river, that 9 parts out of 10 of their nation passed over the river, but the remainder refused and stayed behind. What is that? That's Ezra's. That's telling you, it said what? I'm going to read it again.
Great river.
And that's talking about the Euphrates. That's talking about the Euphrates.
Euphrates, going into the Indian River, going around the Cape of Good Hope, going into the Atlantic.
Yep. It says, our southern Indians have also a tradition among them, which they firmly believe, that of old time their ancestors lived beyond a great river, that 9 parts out of 10 of their nation passed over the river, but the remainder refused and stayed behind. That was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi who stayed behind.
Yeah, really the great river they're talking about is the Atlantic Ocean. They call that the Great River.
It says,
actually the ocean.
It says that they had a king when they lived far in the west, who left 2 sons, that one of them with a number of his people traveled a great way for many years, till they came to Delaware River and settled there. That some years ago the king of the country from which they had immigrated sent a party in search of them. This was at the time the French were in possession of the country on the river Allegheny. That after seeking 6 years they found an Indian who led them to the Delaware towns, where they said 1 year that the French sent a white man with them on their return to bring back an account of their country. In other words, he went to spy out the land. But they have never been heard of since. It is said among their principal or beloved men that they have it handed down from their ancestors. It says that the book which the white people have was once theirs, talking about the Bible. That while they had it, they prospered exceedingly, but that the white people bought it of them and learned many things from it, while the Indians bought it of them. In other words, you know, basically, you know, they learned of it, you know.
Right.
It said,
They just took it.
it says that while they had it, they prospered exceedingly, but that the white people bought it of them and learned many things of it, while the Indians lost their credit, because the scriptures say, what's that, Jeremiah 17:9,